What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Battle Spirits Saga matchup video. Today's matchup is Red Terrasaur Aggro versus Fabled Beast. I feel like we've been mixing up the colors on the channel pretty well. If there's a particular matchup you want to see, be sure to leave it down in the comments. And as always, if you like the videos, like, comment, and subscribe. But let's jump into this one. Deck list down in the description. Terrasaur Aggro is the same one that I've been running. Sideboard's a little still in shambles. I haven't taken the time to fix it, but it is the Red Terrasaur Aggro that won Palm Springs, and then Stefon's list is the yellow Fabled Beast list that I believe got top 8 in Germany a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. So without further ado, let's jump into game 1. All right, kicking things off here. I believe Steph won the roll, but Terrasaur, never really a need to mulligan. You gotta brick a hand pretty hard to need a mulligan with this deck, which is kind of the beauty of it. But we're starting off really aggro here. Over Raptidon into a Rain Needle. Pass it over to Steph. He's gonna play that Flamefish, but kind of stops us at first. A little misplay from Steph here, and I actually did this. I mean, this is like his first time playing this deck, plus the Flamefish, something he hasn't played a lot of, and I made the same mistake in Vegas. Flamefish isn't really something you really want to core up. I mean, you can get like a decent trade out of it, but you want that effect to go off. Ideally, you want to lose the Flamefish in a even trade and then pop something, but that's obviously a little tough to do consistently. But here I can just core things up and kind of swing wide around him. But strong start, 4 spirits on the board. Flamefish a little too beefy for us. So he could block and get rid of a unit, but can't get that effect. Which is kind of why you don't necessarily want to core up Flamefish. Like here, if he didn't have cores on it, I couldn't have gone this wide this easily, because I would have got an even trade potentially, and he would have got one. No need for me to trade that Dino Man into Flamefish for no reason. Steph just ends up taking all 3 damage. We got him down to 2. Everything's going to plan as aggro, that's for sure. And the Flying Turtle burns an Ice Shield. Steph there saying, "You suck," to the Flying Turtle. It was a very unfortunate moment. And honestly, that's the second time we've played against each other where he has a Flying Turtle and it's burned an Ice Shield. You hate to see it for sure. Really unfortunate. He does get that Pintan on the board, so he's got 2 yellow spirits plus another cost reduction on a spell. Very good for yellow, especially when they have Exhaust Nexus. Spread pretty thin here on my cores with 4 things being there. But we do have that Gigano Rex in hand. And we got 2 Emperor Beasts slash Terrasaurs on the board. I think they're both Terrasaurs. And then, of course, Rain Needles don't count. So I wouldn't get the level 3, but we do get the cost reduction out of them. Go ahead and sacrifice the 1 Rain Needle. Really strong getting Gigano Rex down for a cost of 2. Love to see that. And then we're going to go ahead and sack the other Rain Needle. Just move this core over. That way we get the level 3. And now with Confront, this plays around the Flamefish, as we've just instantly buffed everything out of Flamefish range. Go and swing with Overraptidon, 6k. Really gotta love that Giganorex effect. We'll see, maybe it'll only get stronger in set 2. No, I've seen some Terrasaur and Emperor Beast in some of the card reveals. We'll see what the next set delivers us. Another flying turtle. And it whiffs again with a Pintan. Which again, not an Emperor Beast. Or sorry, not a Fabled Beast. So it's going to spin 2 here, bring out the Galio. Gets a little extra yellow on the board for cost reduction. And then he's going to bring out God Beast. Fortunately for us, he didn't have one more spirit in hand that he could play. Go wide enough to just outright OTK us. We did leave ourselves spread a little vulnerable there against the deck that can play quite a bit of things. We are going to clear a couple of those things off the board though with Burning Force. Strong card against aggro style decks, really for any deck, but definitely red with that cost reduction. But we're just going to get to go wide enough here, and that's game. Looks like Steph had 2 Alice in hand. Quite unfortunate. So moving on to game 2. Terrasaur's up 1-0. Starting off with the Overraptidon into a cornered Flame Rat. Not quite as strong of a start for us as game 1, but not awful. Steph does play the Flamefish again. Oh, and I do want to make a note here. For game 2 and 3, as little spoilers, we'll get to a game 3. But for game 2, I did sideboard in 2 of my own Flamefish due to, kind of seeing the power of which some of his units are. And I cut 2 Rain Needles for it, so worked out pretty well for us. We did lay a burst card there. That burst card is a Starblast draw. So hopefully we can see some turtle on his side to pop that thing. But also, it kind of plays a bluff for the other player. They might not be expecting you to put down a Starblast draw. I'm not saying it's the best play every time to throw a Starblast down in the burst if you don't have an Ice Shield in hand or anything. So here the strategy is play the attack with the Flame Rat. He's either going to block or take it. And then, so we get the trade that instantly buffs Dino Man. And then we get rid of the Overraptidon. And then we'll just attack with Dino Man again. Hippocampo coming out. Blessed unit. We'll see. 9 times out of 10 that I play Steph when he's playing yellow, if I get an opening attack damage in, he has the Hippocampo instantly. And then I have no blockers. Every time. That's just how it goes. So now we swing health. 5 to him, 4 to me. Here's that sideboard I was talking about. Brought in my own Flamefish. Something about Flamefish that I think is semi-valuable, I guess, is that you really don't want to attack with it, because they can just elect not to block it so that you don't get the effect. Which can be beneficial for you because you can push 1 point of damage without them wanting to do that. But also, another good one is that you typically aren't going to attack with it, so you always have that blocker there. For me personally, sometimes I get a little too aggressive and then I leave myself open. Kind of as we saw in game 1, if he had had one more spirit, he would have won game. But you know, Flamefish kind of slows me down a little bit, keeps me having a blocker on the board. We have that freestall come down, and we have the hippocampo. Luckily, though, we are gonna be able to block with it. Yeah, block with Flamefish. Does get the trade. Freestall gets nuked. Steph did admit a little bit of a misplay from him on that one. A lot of thinking this turn. There's two potential plays I think I had in hand here. If I remember correctly, I had a Volcanic Canyon and a Scorched Battlefield, which you can see I bring out. But my other play was potentially a Gigano Rex play. But I don't know. I think it came down to I actually didn't have the cores for it. The only way I could have played Rex would be to get rid of the Dino Man. Steph is going to elect to pay the summoning cost here. Bring the Flamefish back. Which with the Gigano Rex in hand, not that big a deal. We're going to be okay to play around it, I think. Steph is going to get that Pintan out. And he does get a Wonderland Alice. Pretty big card for this Fabled Beast deck. Bigger X-Rare than the God Beast, in our opinion. You don't have really enough 2-drops in the... I mean, you know, God Beast can be one of those moments where you kind of drop it to win game. But it's definitely a card that you could say Alice is probably better. I'm just checking the effect here, make sure I read it, because I hadn't played against Alice too much. I think it's actually the first game I've really played against Alice. I had a couple in my deck in Vegas, but never really played them. I did misplay at the beginning of this turn. As you see, I do have the Volcanic Canyon down. I forgot to draw, so I ended up playing this Burning Force, and then I realized, crap, I didn't draw for that. Ended up being okay for us. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that there. So now my hand is an Ice Shield and a Gigano Rex. Neither card I really want to discard. So I probably would have discarded the Burning Force, which is unfortunate, but I think it ended up being a better play for me anyways. As you know, we clear out the effect for Alice Fuel because she needs 3 other spirits on the board. So the Burning Force got rid of those. And at the time when we were actually playing this, I forgot that she needed 3 for the effect. So I was worried that I had misplayed and I wasn't gonna be able to clear. But we do have Confront here. He has to block with the Alice. We do get the clear on the Alice, but you know, he doesn't get his effect because we did Burning Force 2 other spirits. And then this was definitely a misplay for me. I should not have attacked there, but we get a card draw out of it. Maybe we could have drew into something. I don't know what we would have drawn into because we have no cores. We only have the 2. We do have an Ervada come down and a Galeo. So even if I didn't attack, wouldn't really matter. He was wide enough. We're kind of bluffing here. Steph almost didn't attack out. He almost blocked. Or didn't attack so he could block. He also thought it was an ice shield there. So a little beneficial for us. The bluff was working. But unfortunately, no turtles this game. So we didn't get to flip the Star Blast. And turns out that was his only wind summoned effect in the deck. That's what I was explaining. Every game I've played Steph and watched Steph play as yellow, he always plays the turtle. But here we go. Game 3. Tied 1-1. I'm going to start off with a very similar play to, I believe, game 1. Maybe game 2. Can't remember if I go Flame Rat here. Cornered Flame Rat. Looks like I do. No, we go for the Dino Man play here. So this plays around the Flamefish. Steph takes the 1 damage, then he blocks. Either way, it would have worked out the same. Didn't really matter how he blocked that. You can see it in his hand though, those hippocampos. Every time I get that opening damage, he's got hippocampo in hand. Here we go. Freestall, not a Fabled Beast. And there's the hippocampo for the old life trade back. We're going to drop our Cornered Flame Rat here. Dilophosa. Good card to work around Burning Force. And it is in Flame Rat, or Flame Fish range, excuse me. Yeah, 4K. Go ahead and attack with it first, though. Can't be blocked. And we're going to force the block here because he doesn't want to give me card draw. Understandable. Don't want to give aggro decks any more cards to work with. Then we'll just keep the Dino Man as a blocker. Make sure there's no more healing going on, if possible. Just kidding, though. Here comes another Hippocampo. Two things Stefon does consistently playing card games, and that's drawing cards and having large hands and healing up. Do get a God Beast down though. But he's gonna go ahead and attack with the Hippocampo. I'm sitting here thinking on whether or not I could not block this and still have lethal with my hand. Because I do have 3 on board and I have 2 in hand. I think I have like another Dino Man plus a Gigano Rex in hand. So we do go ahead and just take the damage. Wouldn't matter too much. We couldn't block both of them anyways, but we'll go ahead and take the trade here. Get another Overraptidon. As a Terrasaur deck, this is a great board state for us because everything is Terrasaurs and Emperor Beast. So there's no need to sack units to get the level 3 Gigano effect or anything like that. I think it was just make sure I was counting cores there, just to have enough. So right here we have maximum reduction for our Gigano. Spin 2. Here comes our Gigano. We'll move 1 over from the Flame Rat. Little core mismanagement here. Flame Rat doesn't get any effect by having 2 cores. So I should have put 2 on Overraptidon, as that would have given the effect. We do swing with Rex. Get that Confront going. Clears out, does clear out the God Beast for us. Just thinking here on what I want to leave as blockers, what I want to attack with. No burst card set for Steph. In my mind, means we should really go pretty aggro here, but I believe I counted, I believe I asked him how many cards in hand he has. I think right there, I'm just explaining how I should have had 1 core over, would have given me like 2,000 more BP in case of any sort of effects or anything like that, but didn't really matter too much. We were fine there. So yeah, 2 cards in hand, so I'm just calculating, you know, he's going to draw 1, so that's potentially 3 more spirits he could have on the board, which would be 4 total. So I probably shouldn't have actually swung with this Flame Rat, as I could have been, he could have gone wide enough to just end the game. Fortunately for us, one of those cards is a Nexus, so he can't quite get us all the way down in the game. But he does empty hand. Pintan and Carbulk go down. Honestly, fortunate for us that he did draw the Cathedral instead of drawing a Spirit. Otherwise, that would have been game and would have lost us the series. Definitely something I need to be more cognizant of and focus more on. In my defense, though, not really an aggro player. It's not something I'm playing too much these days, and I don't run into situations like this too often with Purple Curse, which is more my current deck and my mid-range deck. We do top deck that Absolute Ice Shield. And that's pretty much going to close out the game for us. I think I have a Nexus in hand. It's a Nexus or a Starblast draw. But we just end up coring things up here. Swing with the Gigano. Excuse me. Clears out Carbulk. Or it could have cleared out Pintan. Steph is going to get some card draw, though. Due to Blessed Cathedral. And a little core ramp. Definitely was something that, you know, had to be a little weary about. Could have Could have drawn into an answer. Something I really like about playing Purple Curse is Netherworld Depths. On their attack, every time they're attacking, I can get a card draw and maybe draw into an answer. I feel like that's something that I struggle with in playing Terrasaur Aggro. Is that sometimes I spread myself too thin, don't have cores for things, and I can't find an answer to get myself out of a situation. Stev's going to play that Nexus, and fortunately that's game. Well, guys, fun matchup. I think Terrasaur handles it pretty well. A few misplays here and there for both of us, but overall, I think the misplays didn't affect the series outcome too much. Gigano, my card draw was good. I got Gigano, I think, every game, so that's what you really want. That's why we run 4 of them in the deck, right? And that kind of led to the victory. And game 3, honestly, like I said, dream board state. Everything's Terrasaurs, everything's Emperor Beast. So, maximum discount for Gigano Rex plus easy level 3, and we can stay really wide. You don't have to sacrifice like the Rain Needles like I did in game 1. So definitely something that was fantastic for us was that board state in game 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Love hearing from you guys in the comments. You guys have been nothing but positive. We are about, I think as of today, as of filming this, which is, so video's up tomorrow. If you're watching it, I recorded last night. As of last night then, 6 weeks we've been doing this, so the support on this channel has been amazing. Thank you guys so much for all the subs, the comments, the likes. You guys have been fantastic. This community has been nothing but positive, so thank you for that. And let me know, again, down in the comments, what matchups you want to see, what other decks, what colors you're looking to see more of. I definitely am planning to get some white aggro matchups on the channel coming up soon. Hopefully next week I'll have a white aggro matchup versus whatever Steph's looking to play. And of course, check out Steph, 482TCG. He's down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you back for the next video. Take care.